What's up, everybody? I got a great video for you guys today. I just finally received the Lobos trigger. So today, let's get right to it. Let's install the Lobos. Whoop, whoop. Alright, so I know the triggers for the VP9 and the VP9SK are magnificent. But again, like I said previously, this is just a project gun for me, and I'm just going all out and I'm installing new, I'm just gutting it out and installing, I'm just upgrading the hell out of it, alright? Alright, so let's get right to it. I've waited a month for this, so I'm a little bit more excited than you guys are. Yeah! There we have it, boys. Oh man, that looks great. The Lobos trigger. Alright, so the first step is to clear your weapon, of course. And the first step is to remove this clip right here. Careful, don't lose that. From here we can take a thin, this is really thick. Work it a little bit with your hands here in case your trigger return spring pops out. You might have to wiggle this around a little bit. Put that off to the side. Take the disconnector, put that off to the side. Try to get your return spring out of there. There we go. Once you do that, you're going to be taking off this locking part right here. You're going to have to pull the trigger back. Alright, so the next step is to remove this pin right here. Now this pin it's only removed from the inside out. You have to basically stick something in there and push it out. It does not go in, it only goes in one way, and if you try to push it in this way, you're going to wish you didn't do that. So what am I gonna use? Just gonna try to use something to push it out. It's right there. That little piece shining up and down is it. You'll see it. So push that out. This is just a little leverage. Wow! I finally got this thing out. This was not easy. Not easy at all. I actually had to get some help from David from Lobos Industries, and he gave me a great tip. If you guys are having trouble pulling this out, he says that there's a little bit of factory thread lock or something like that in there. So he suggested to push it in just a little bit and then push it out from the inside. So that was a great tip, and I got it out as soon as he told me that shit. So thanks again, David. Now, as you can see, it kind of like tapers down. So make sure when you put it back, the thinner side goes in this way first, okay, guys? So next is we're gonna be taking off this pin right here. Now you guys, we gotta be careful because with the locking block, when we're pulling it out, you gotta be careful. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a spring right there. Yeah, you guys can see that little shine, right? So it springs up, and there's a spring over here on this side, so you guys gotta be careful. So once we're in that position, we're going to be pulling the locking block up. Now again, you got to be careful because there is a spring right there. I think you can see it right there. Just for this. And there's one on this side, so we're going to be very careful, and we're going to hold on to everything. You don't want any of these springs to fly up. Now while I'm here, I'm just gonna push this out, the little, you see the little white piece, which is part of the spring inside. I'm gonna push that out. I don't wanna, wait, it comes in this way. Okay, so I'm gonna push it out this way. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't wanna mess with that. Okay, so we're gonna be pulling this whole assembly off. Alright, so once we have that, we're going to be taking off this pin right here. We're going to be taking it out a specific way. We're going to be pushing it out that way. So we're going to have it always facing your right, or we're going to be using the left, I guess the left face. I don't know. Anyways, as you can see, there's a smaller side and a larger side. Well, sorry. As you can see, there's a smaller side and a larger side. We're going to be pushing it out towards the larger side. Okay. I don't have my hammer with me. Alright, once you take that off, we're going to be getting the new one and just putting it in its place right there. And we're just gonna do the reverse. We're gonna hammer it in from this side. As you can see, Lobos already has it halfway through there. For your convenience, what I'm gonna do is just hammer it slightly more. Like one whack. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted the pin to stick out just a little bit, so when I put in the trigger bar, it kind of just like snaps into place. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. I think I'm in there. It's swiveling, but I'm not done yet. So in the end, I ended up taking off the crazy looking spring. It was easier just to put it back in for me. So I basically just grabbed it, I pulled it out. There's just like a little slot in there that this bottom piece goes into. Make sure when you put this in, you come from the outside in. So we're gonna go from the outside in. Okay, and we're just gonna drop it in. Make sure the spring goes into that slot in the bottom or inside here, into its home. Okay. The block. Now if your spring came out, we're gonna take the short legs and put it on the top piece over here like this. with the long leg sticking out towards the bottom. Now you see this little flap over here. There's a little flap right there, that's what you're gonna use to pull that second leg up, the long leg. So we're gonna grab it, put it something like this. We're gonna put it into this place. See? Kinda has that springy effect. So we're gonna take the tiny little spring and just put it in there. That's not where it belongs. Right there. And then we're gonna take this guy, hammer him back in place. Should be pretty easy. All right, now we're gonna put the return spring back on there. I don't have the special tool that everybody uses on HK parts. I'm just gonna use this. The long piece comes out forward, facing towards the front of the barrel. Short piece is gonna get stretched towards the back. I'm not sure if that makes any sense to you guys. Actually, my mistake. I'm gonna put the disconnect first. Take that off again. Take this piece, so you pull it on until it gets flush, like around right there. We're gonna take our spring again, the long feet forward. Put that in place. So it snaps in. Ah, look at that bad boy. Let's put this clip first. To here, doesn't matter which way it goes. Snap. And in this case, we're going to be doing two things. There's actually a pin inside of a pin, and we're going to be driving out the inner pin out first to make it easier to go in. So we're going to put that in there for now, and we're going to use a smaller one. Go in there and drive it out. Alright, so there we have the little one right there. So from here, as you can see, the larger one is already almost in there. So we're going to take the appropriate punch. When we're satisfied, we're going to be putting in the smaller pin. You're going to be taking the locking lever and make sure you pull the trigger back to get it in there, and then we'll just put the slide back in, and we're done. We have a brand new there you have it, boys, the new Lobos trigger. There you have it, boys. Peace out.